Hello Miss, you're welcome to another tutorial. Today we'll be learning how to make a waistcoat. So this is the cutting and I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew it. So do well to stay to the end of the tutorial. I have my fabric on fold and I'm going to roll a straight line. That will indicate the starting line. I'm cutting the front first. Then the length of this waistcoat is a length of 22 inches and I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches. So whatever length you want is what you will do, but mainly it should not be more than 22 inches. After that, guys, I'm going to be marking 1 inch as our button allowance. I'm going to mark it all the way down. Now this tutorial is a request. Somebody asked me to do this because of our last tutorial where I taught how to put a welt pocket on a waistcoat. From the starting line, like from the button allowance, I mark 4.5 inches as the neck width. Then I mark 9 inches as the neck depth for the front. For the neck depth for the back is going to be 1 inch and the shoulder of this client is 16 inches. So this is me connecting all what I have marked. I'm also going to mark the neck depth of the front. Now we are going to take it all the way into the button allowance, just the way you see me doing like this. So after that, guys, on the shoulder I'm going to put 1 inch for shoulder slant. Then I'll go ahead and slant it. The next thing is to get our chest line, and how do I get that? It's going to be your round bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Now because it is not going to have a sleeve, I'm just going to do round bust divided by 6 plus 1 inch. Then I went ahead to mark that line, and I also put the shoulder measurements on that line so that we can form our armhole. Then I'm going to divide what I have between that 1 inch slant and the chest line. Then I'll come in by 1/2 inch on that line. I did 0.75 for the front and 1/2 inch for the back. Then I went ahead to put my round bust divided by 4 plus 1 inch ease allowance plus 1 inch sewing allowance, and I'm going to be connecting it. I actually did 1.5 inch ease allowance, but when I was sewing I reduced it to 1 inch. But if you don't want it to be tight, you can do 1.5. So on the shoulder line, guys, I went in by 1 inch, meaning I'm going to subtract 1 inch from my shoulder because it is not meant to get to your shoulder line exactly. This is a waistcoat, something, so this shoulder is meant to be smaller. I hope you understand. So for the back, I just added 1/2 inch like that so that our back can be wider than the front. Then I connect it to the 1 inch. For the waistline, I'm going to be using a waistline of 17 inches. If you're not tall, you can do a waistline of 16 inches. On that waist, I'm going to put the client's round waist divided by 4 plus 1.5 plus 1 inch. I told you when I was sewing, I reduced it to 1 inch ease, not 1.5 anymore. Yeah, so for the length, I'm going to just mark the hip line of this client. I did 26 inches. Just watch the reason why I did that. And I'm going to put her hip measurements on that line. So our measurements have to start from the button allowance. So I don't indicate. What this means is that I don't want the full length to have a sharp edge. Can you see? So even when I'm going to cut, I'm not going to cut on that last line. I'm going to cut on the main line because I don't want that place to be too pointy. That is the reason why I did that. For the curve at the front of our waistcoat, I did 4 inches by 5, but I'm going to change it back. Just hold on a bit because I realized it was too short and the other part was too pointy. Yeah, so from the hemline I did 4 inches from the button allowance. Then I went up by 6 inches. Yes, so that is a perfect calculation that you can do for everybody, except you want it to be short. You want the V at the front to be short. That is when you can reduce it to like 5 or 4. But this is okay. So from that line, I just use my curve ruler to connect it to the 2 inches upward. So for the shoulder, I want the distance between the shoulder, the space to be 3.5 inches. So I reduced my neck wideness to 4 inches. I reduced it to 4. So we have 3.5 inches left for our shoulder. So this is me cutting the back neck depth first. Yeah, then I'm going to be adding shoulder allowance. Can you see the way I added the 1/2 inch shoulder allowance? Now I'm cutting the back first. The 1/2 inch I added for the back is what I'm cutting first. Then I went ahead to cut the other parts. Now I'm not going to touch the V shape I did. I'm going to cut the back first before I cut it out. So this is what we'll have now. Let's cut our back. Now the back, I folded my fabric into 2. So the line is going to start from the button allowance, and this back depends on you. If you want your back to have joining, you can add joining allowance. But if you don't want it, if you want the back to be on fold, place your button allowance exactly on the folded part. Can you see? Don't start from the button allowance. That line is your starting point. That is where you are going to start from. So go ahead and cut out your back. After cutting your back, you can notch your waist. Then after that, we can now cut out the shape of the front. So this is me. I'm going to cut the neckline. So if you want your neckline to be very deep, you can do 10 inches. What I did here is 9. I'm going to cut out the neckline, and I'm also going to cut out the shape of the down part. And I'm going to open the button allowance. We are done with the front. The next thing we're going to be doing is to sew. Now before you sew, we're going to cut suit lining. You're going to take a lining and you're going to cut. So guys, this is how it is looking. This is me cutting the suit lining. If you've gotten to this part, guys, you can go ahead and give me a like so you won't forget. Right now, if you're enjoying this tutorial, click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel. So after cutting the lining, now we are going to be sewing. I went ahead to gum only the main fabric with cutting stay. Then I'm going to be joining all the sides together. So we are going to be doing inner sewing for this, lining to lining, fabric to fabric. So join the sides and also join your lining. So let's go ahead and do that. It is simple. I'm going to teach you process of sewing, of doing an inner sewing. So this class is well packed and well detailed. So this is it, guys. I've gone ahead to join the sides and I've also given it a good press. I have ironed it. So we are going to attach the lining to it now. So this is how I do mine. You know, I cut the suit lining and the main fabric the same length, but right now I don't want to sew it the same length. So instead of me minusing it from the onset, this is how I do. Now I'm placing the fabric on top of the lining. On the hemline, I'm just going to shift my main fabric upward so that I can have ½ inch extra. Can you see the way I'm doing? Then I'm going to be sewing on exactly ½ inch on the main fabric. So automatically I have reduced my lining by ½ inch. Can you see it? Then I'm going to be sewing. Now I'm not touching this neckline. I'm only sewing from the neck depth all the way down. So when you sew, you have that folded part because your main fabric is now longer than your lining. So you go ahead and do the other side. I'm going to show you what I mean by not sewing the neckline. I'm going to show you what I mean by not sewing the neckline. So this is it, guys. I did not sew the neckline. I only sew from that part all the way down. I sew the neckline of the back, but I'm going to be losing it back because we are doing 100% inner sewing. So this is me losing just the neckline of the back because I realize that if I do this, it's no longer 100% inner sewing. So after losing it, you are going to take your fabric right side to right side. You join the shoulder of the main fabric separately. You join the shoulder of the second side. Then you take your suit lining and you are going to also right side to right side join the shoulder separately. Now let's go ahead and do that. After doing that, you can see I've joined the shoulder. So what we have left that is open is now the neckline of the front and the back. Can you see it here? So you are going to fold your fabric. You are going to bring it out inside out. You're going to bring it inside out. It is easier that way. I wanted to bring it out from the armhole, but I realized it will give me, this is easier. So I brought it out, everything out, and I'm just going to be sewing the neckline. You sew it to the other side, and you're going to now bring it out from the armhole back. So before I do that, I'm just going to notch the neckline before I bring it out. This is after sewing. I'm going to notch the neckline. Then all the pointy parts, the sharp parts, I'm going to be notching it so that when I iron, it's going to give me a good it's going to be well placed, well balanced. So this is me bringing it out from the armhole. Yeah, so now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to be sewing the armhole. Now you know it is inner sewing. You're not going to use wires to pipe this, so make sure you arrange all your fabric very well. Bring out all the pointy parts. Now you're going to take your armhole, the lining of the suit lining and the main fabric, just the way you see me touching like that, you are going to flip it right side to right side. There's how you twist it. You're going to turn, then you sew. When you sew, wherever it ends, you continue sewing to finish up that first armhole. You are going to bring it out from the second armhole and finish it up. Now you do the same thing for the second side. You're going to sew, and there's a point you get to where you won't be able to sew again. You're now going to open one side of your seam allowance of the lining. You're going to bring it out. So this is how it is. Now I've sewn the first armhole. This second one I couldn't complete it. Can you see? I've gone ahead to sew this one because there was space for me to put my hand into the second armhole and bring it out. So that's why I now opened the side seam. Then I brought it out and I complete my sewing. Then you now just go ahead and top stitch on the part you opened, that is all. Then you give it a good press, a very good press. Me, the way I used to press mine is I'll use stitch to just stitch everything. Then I'll now iron that way to stay very well. So you're going to put buttons. I put 4 buttons on the button allowance. I'm going to show you guys. So I didn't know my camera is blurry, but this is the buttons. I've gone ahead to put my buttons, and this is everything. We are done with this tutorial. It is very easy. Thank you guys. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.